don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Denver Broncos. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set. 60 or.
Right here, right here.
Shoot.
Throwing on first down. Herbert going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Ready, set.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Now a handoff looking right. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
15 line. 15 line. Topper! Hey, box drop, box drop.
To throw on second down. Costello. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Partner, we had the game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Throwing on third and long. Costello. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got some turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Leo! Hey, Sam off!
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
At the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Watch the backer, watch the backer.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. From the left side, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Here we go. 10-2 stop.
Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down.
Get it.
On first down, Herbert. And the catch made by Hilton. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Ready?
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
3 down, 3 down.
2nd and 13. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 35.
22 yards. That's another Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Get that ball. Mike,
Looking to throw. Herbert. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Safety's creeping. 25, check 25.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now they try the right side here. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
Pick it up, pick it up. Pick it up.
Ready?
To throw on 3rd down, Costello. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Down.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Snap.
From the gun, Herbert going up top. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
3rd down and 9 yards to go.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Herbert. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A 3rd down gain of 19.
Let's go. Let's go. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready, break.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready. HG game.
I'm going to back to you. I'm going to back to you.
Ready.
A first down carry for Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Davis. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one, because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
15-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Well, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On the ready.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Rock it. Bang.
Bang, bang.
Keep him.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
We go. 10 logo.
52's the mic. 3 bucks.
52's the mic. Watch Mike.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Check your hot read.
6-5.
Looking to throw. Costello, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Let's go. 10-2 soft.
Choose the mic. Rabbit, rabbit. Rabbit, rabbit.
Cut.
52, Mike 52.
Let's go.
On first down, it's Brown. Yeah, they string that play out nicely. He's stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Off the bootleg, Herbert. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he's got his man, Hilton. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 14.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Watch the twist.
They'll run on first down. It's Davis. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Pilot,
At the
64,
16-yard line.
Off the bootleg, Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Check, 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 check.
49, check 49, check 49.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Under 10, under 10.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
At the 16-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
No, check it.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Costello. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
70, Indy.
Let's go one more.
Hey!
Been a long day for you.
Shoot!
On 1st and 10, Costello. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
To throw again. Costello. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
On the set. 52. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Hatch it.
Throwing on third and long. Costello. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Tight end right. You got 3 to go.
From the gun, Herbert. He sets to fire deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Switch. Hey, Wahoo! Look at me. Zip that.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
It's second down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. A final shot before break. Costello. And escapes the sack. Fights off the defender. And that's going to be incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Go out. Kill. Yep. Tighten up.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
Set, ready. 15 on it. 15 on it. What we got?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. And I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Got it.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is complete. It's Allen. A very solid gain of 27.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Well, they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This will be taken very short. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off play action. Herbert. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And now here is another interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
60 Pittsburgh. Leo. Go.
Now they try the right side here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Costello. Wide open receiver complete. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Ready up. Hey, my 7.
Just like that. My 52, my 52. And let's get in home. 52.
From the gun on 3rd down. Costello looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Looking to throw. Costello, and this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Dallas Goedert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And my goodness, another interception. Desmond King picks it, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him?
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This one taken just inside the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Break.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Back to throw. Herbert. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Keenan Allen, the intended target. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Chargers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
At the 33-yard line.
Let it. 52, right 52. Chopper! Hit it.
They'll run. This is Brown. And an alley to run. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Throwing again. Costello. Steps away to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Strong right.
They'll try the right side here with Davis. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Herbert, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Throwing on first down. Costello. Flushed out right. Going deep here for Allen. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking? Shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Jim, hard. Check. Fresno. Rock it. Fair.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
70, Indy. Yo. Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down, Costello. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Ready?
On 3rd down, Costello. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally, someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. The deception there pays off to perfection. 14 yards on the fake punt and a 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 3. Got a man. It's Brown. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely.
Watch the run. Hey, lock it. Check 50. Check 4. Check 4. Hey, watch it.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft. Now a handoff looking right. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
61, matchbox right.
Back to throw. Costello. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. On is the Chargers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. On the return, this is Haney. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that
feel like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like,